I think it's important that we do mention that this is from 32 Thoughts, which was a pretty banger column for Mr. Freach.
Pretty good.
After their 4-1 loss to Pittsburgh, this is funny. The aftermath of Vancouver's 4-1 loss to Pittsburgh was so awkward, so cringeworthy, it's almost impossible to believe that they won't change something on Thanksgiving Thursday. Spoiler alert, they haven't.
They didn't. I watched the 3 banger clips are Horvat, Miller, and Travis Green.
We are getting to. I will get you there.
And I couldn't believe they didn't do anything.
One longtime executive said, quote, "It's almost a mercy killing after a night like that." And yet they didn't do it. There was the JT Miller rolling his eyes at, "Do you think everyone's buying in?" And he responded with, "I don't know," because he didn't want to say what he really thought.
Well, and then the next day at practice, he goes, "We don't know what we're doing."
Then there's Captain Bo Horvat sighing, "It's exhausting. We're talking about the same things all the time." What's the third one, Steve?
It's Travis Green.
Boy, did he look sad.
He looked really sad. And I can we play it? Because I feel like we need to hear this one.
Yeah?
We really need to hear this one. I'm not going to do it justice.
Because the JT Miller one was like, you had to see him roll his eyes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't punch audio-wise the way you would think.
Yeah, I'm sort of catching Jesse off guard here, so we'll talk through it. But basically, whoever, I think it was Sportsnet, the way they put the clip of the 3 clips up was really clever, I thought. Because it's Green basically going, well, there's this narrative out there that like we're really struggling or we're frustrated or something like that, but that's in the media. And then it immediately goes to like JT Miller, who's like,
we're talking about the same thing every night, said Bo Horvat. It's exhausting.
Yeah, it's exhausting. That's your captain. You know what I mean?
So narratives are killing the Canucks this year.
In the media. The media. Yeah, it's all about the media.
So, okay, I also would like to just say, and if you're not frustrated and you're the Canucks at this point, isn't that worse?
I mean, I think it's a hockey thing. It's a macho thing. You don't want anyone to see your feelings or that it's getting to you or whatever. I understand that. And, you know, if you're Travis Green and you're combative with the media, which is what he was doing, you sort of take a little bit of pressure off the team, or at least that's the attempt. But another thing coaches do when they're on the way out is they're combative with the media. Unless you're John Tortorella, that's your baseline. You know what I mean? Yeah. There are a few guys who just do it all the time. Green, I don't know if he has that reputation, but this is a coach who has nothing to lose.
You guys want me to play it?
Let's play it.
Let's go.
Road trip to maybe get away from the market a bit and focus on some results.
Yeah, I think our group's done a pretty good job of not listening to the noise that you called it. Our focus is strictly on playing tonight and getting ready to play tonight's game.
And does it become even more difficult as trade rumors get thrown into the mix?
I think a lot of rumors are people making things up. So we don't worry about it. Players aren't worried about it. That's what aren't true.
How important is this?
That wasn't even it.
That's not the one?
That's not even the one.
That's okay. We don't need to go through.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm sorry. I caught you off guard.
Here's what Freach had to say. Everyone in the organization knows changes are coming. Whether it's the front office, on the bench, or the ice, they are coming. The question is the timetable. There's some push for a quick move, but also realization you can't rush yourself into something insane. One executive told me years ago, you worry in times like these that you're making what's called a tombstone trade, a deal so bad that it is remembered forever. I think that's the biggest current internal wrestling match. How fast do we do this, and what is the first move?
So Freage has hammered this point, and when an insider, especially one as good and as influential as Freage.
Yeah.
Ooh. Can you say that again?
Esteemed.
Great
Him and CJ,
word.
man.
Great word. And CJ was talking about this on the CJ show. But Freage has said it at least several times. The Canucks are really worried about this Rask for Raycroft-esque move, the sort of move that your fan base remembers forever as being awful. You know what I mean? To me, if that's a priority for them, or if that's the biggest fear for them, it shows how dire the situation is. It's They had no idea this was coming. And their solution to get out of it is a trade. So they're thinking personnel. Again, no, guys, you're not qualified to make this decision. You're surprised this shitty team is shitty. So yeah, I suppose you should be worried about making your shitty team shittier by making a shitty trade. But you don't know what you're doing. Your top priority should be getting in someone who's not going to make a shitty decision, or not telling your employees to make shitty decisions by meddling.
So here's what I would say. The tombstone has already occurred. It's this start of this season. Going into this season,
it can be a collection.
Well, I know, but everybody's got to remember this start, because this start is unquestionably worse than one we've seen from any team in a long time. And I would say, I want to take Travis Green's reputation, for instance. Travis Green, like 4 years ago, people were like, he needs to win Coach of the Year.
Dude, I liked him.
Everybody into the seat was going, this guy is a great coach, this guy's a great coach. And even though Canuck fans had turned on him around the league, I'm just giving you the around the league perspective. I know things are different in Vancouver and Abbotsford and stuff like that. Around the league, still pretty respected as a name, as a good coach. And when I see tweets like the one I read from Sir Thomas of Drance, I think, and I get concerned that reputation is changing. It's changing quickly, and it's much harder to change that narrative about yourself. If you're known as a bad coach, it's much harder than as a good coach who had some bad players. It's so, and I'm wondering if it would have just been better for Travis Green to go, I resign. And
wow.
I think he'd be in a better place today, a much better place today than he is.
No, because
reputation-wise, he'd be hired already.
No, he'd be a quitter.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
He'd be a quitter.
No, he'd be seen as a genius.
No, there's no way anybody's resigning from a situation where you're just losing hockey games.
Yeah, they can't do that.
No.
He doesn't have the resume to do that.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a pretty good resume.
No.
Got a second round appearance.
Not long
okay.
No. Like if Scotty Bowman quit, if he was behind the bench, if Jack Adams.
But you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying.
Well, but the damage that Travis Green's reputation has taken in the last 20 games is, I think it's going to be, it's not that he won't get hired again, but it's going to be pretty tough to come back from that.
What's the Jack Adams Award?
The coach that surprises us the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's coach of the best team, but often it's, hey, we thought you were going to be shitty, and you did all right.
It turns out it's usually a goalie. It's an ERA, or not ERA, save percentage award.
Yeah. Let's go with the ERA.
Yeah, that works too.
Same shit. No, it's you surprised. Therefore, you took this team that we didn't think was very good, and you got the most out of them. I don't think we really expected big things from the Canucks, but we had them as like playoff fringe. We didn't have them Sabres and Arizona-esque, right? So this is a team that's underachieving. Besser is underachieving. Pettersson is underachieving. Quinn Hughes is drowning defensively. And you know what's scary is Demko's not bad.
No.
He has not
he's
performed
not
bad.
He'll probably be an Olympian.
Yeah.
He's not the reason the team is losing.
So the award you get for that is you get fired.
Well, or if the rumors are to be believed, that there's two. First off, Matt Sakaris on Sakaris and Price said earlier this week that I believe it was Bo Horvat skipped JT Miller's Halloween party. There was a rumor about that because they are not. They're at odds. So
they're bickering.
Sakaris put it in. It was a really good 3-minute clip. He put it into basically these terms, which were, Horvat is the company man. He's a pro GM, pro coach guy, no matter who's in power. The problem is that being the captain, you lose all your credibility when the coach and the GM are clearly inept, which is what's happened. JT Miller is one of those guys that can ruffle some feathers and piss some people off with what he says. But, he's the guy going, this is fucking crazy. And you heard it in the Thomas Drance tweet, right? He's the one going, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. He's the one with the credit right now. And so apparently the reason that
we're going to trade you if you misbehave. What the fucking trade me?
Well, that's JT Miller was the guy mentioned in the trade rumors, and I think it was with Fiala. I think there was some sort of rumor in Minnesota. I don't think that anything ever came of that, but I think the point was the Canucks were looking to clear the leadership decks for Bo Horvat.
Oh boy.
So no one could challenge him.
So trade the problem child. But then doesn't that make Bo Horvat look worse? Like, that doesn't help Bo Horvat.
Yeah, no.
What useless leadership that team has. And I'm not talking about on the ice. I'm not talking about Bo Horvat. So if they were to do that then, Adam, they're doubling down on what's made them bad.
That's the tombstone trade.
Oh, for God's sake. But they don't see it that way. The tombstone trade, I think, is Horvat. To them.
Oh.
To them.
And he has like 8 points to start the year, so he's been bad.
Okay, so what could the tombstone trade be? Trading our guy, who we traded Corey Schneider for, and he's our captain, and he's on a very reasonable cap hit. Or JT Miller, who was fantastic for the Canucks, but the price that they paid for him,
first round pick,
was still heavily criticized. So what if they get less for JT Miller than they paid?
Why would they do? Why is Bo Horvat captain if this is the way he treats the room?
Well, it's not. Well, I don't think he treats the room poorly. I just think that he's like.
Sounds like it.
No. I don't think that's. If that's the impression I left you with, that's not what I meant to left you with. He's just he's a guy that's the company guy. He's the guy that's like I'm.
But the way you describe it is his teammates don't like him.
That's not what I said either. I think what I said was that JT Miller has the room right now because he's saying this is nuts, and he's the only one who's got the balls to speak out about it. Everybody else is feeling that way. Whereas Horvat's like, well, we got to follow what the coach and GM want to do. I got to trust them to do their job so I can do my job.
I feel like if JT Miller had the room, though, they wouldn't be underperforming this poorly. You know what I mean?
Well, I think because they feel like, A, the team is poorly constructed. Because let's be honest, I don't think this team is good enough. Right?
No.
Okay.
Secondly, I think it's you can disagree with management's moves and still not be a part of the solution. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just look at hockey guys hate anything about anything getting out. And I just wonder how the Canucks feel about Miller publicly embarrassing them. I wonder how they feel about the fact that moment happened in practice. People were there to hear it, and now it's out in public.
Well, and you know what? Maybe they do hate him. I don't know. Maybe I don't get the sense that Horvat treats anybody poorly. I've heard he's actually quite.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about Miller.
Imagine though. No, and I know that, but imagine this. Imagine there's a person you're friendly with or you're friends with or whatever at work, but you just disagree with them. And I'm sure.
But then everybody's like, that guy's your leader. Like, what is that dynamic? That's the thing I'm confused about.
He might wear the C, but if that remains the case, if that keeps going, that if Sekeres is right and that's the way it keeps going,
right,
then I don't think that you're the captain anymore. It's a name
that's what
only.
I'm trying to say.
Okay, fair enough.
How is this guy captain if everybody on the team is like, I don't respect his opinion. He's just there for the coach. Mouthpiece.
And forget any potential rift between Horvat and Miller. As Patrick Johnston reported, there's some really good stuff coming out of Vancouver. There's so many angles. But as he reported, there could be a disagreement between Francesco and I forget the other Aquilini.
Yeah, the Aquilinis disagree on how to move forward because of this situation, like what to do here. Yeah. They don't know whether or not they should trade somebody or fire everybody. So
did I nail it or what?
Well, and both
did I nail it or what?
The Aquilini brothers, by the way, both want to do different things. One wants to stay the course. The other wants to make changes.
Of course one wants to stay the course. They're his decisions. I nailed it because it's obvious. And if it's obvious to me, how obvious is it to Canucks fans?
Tell me what's obvious. Extrapolate.
That it's ownership making these decisions or at very least influencing them. Right? Like, I think, we've said this about Bettman in the past. Like, he's just a puppet for the owners.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, he's a representation of the owner's true wants and values, which should tell you some things.
Yeah, and Jim Benning is a general manager in the NHL. So what's his job? To make the best hockey team possible. Bullshit. No, it's not.
To make the owner happy.
His job is to make the owner happy. Yep. And sometimes a GM is in place and the owner goes, this will make me happy. And the GM goes, I promise you it won't. Here's what I'm going to do instead. And I get the impression Benning just goes, yes, dear. Okay, what do you want? We need more defense. Here's a little Tucker Pullman for you. You want Braden Holtby? All right, I'll go out and get Braden Holtby. Oh, you don't want Braden Holtby? Okay, I'll buy him out. After 1 year, like, how isn't that more criticized, that stupid fucking move?
Well, there's 80 other things you can criticize.
And they went out and traded 3 contracts that were about to expire for the guy who was the best defenseman in NHL 2012.
Yeah, the fact that I'll never get over that you could just play it out this season and all those contracts are just gone, and now you're stuck with a guy.
I remember, I think I tweeted about it this summer. People were like, "Well, I get it. Like, he's trying to use his cap." I'm like, you fucking do not get it. Nobody gets this. Nobody looks at this and goes, "This is a good call." Come on. They've been down Arizona's neck about OEL for a long time because the owner obviously likes them. But remember, the owner's good at the thing that made them the owner. The problem with people when you get to that position is that you can't tell them, because they're not surrounded by people who say no. You can't tell them, hey, you're good at this thing. The Aquilinis are in real estate, are they not? You're good at real estate. You're a billionaire. You own the Canucks. That's great. Doesn't mean you're good at the hockey part. Trust your people to do their things, and if they don't get you results, move on.
Are you good at real estate, or do you simply live on the West Coast?
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Oh, you're good at real estate.
Oh, you owned it. Yeah, you owned a ton of properties before the prices.
You've just been around for a long time.
Yeah.
You own multiple houses.
Did I inherit 3 generations of wealth? Or am I really good?
Was it just alive in the 80s when houses were real cheap?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's good at. Oh man, he made a really savvy decision buying an entire condo building
30 years ago. Right.
Fuck off. It's not. No, it's you had a lot of money and made more of it. That's. Oh, look how good I am at this.
Owning any sports franchise is such a funny thing, because if I owned a team, I would probably want a medal. But because it's like I love hockey. I want to sign this guy, but you don't know anything about it, and you're just a fan. You're a fan making decisions, but you're like, I'm paying. This is my team. I literally write the checks for everyone in this organization.
Absolutely.
I want to sign a guy.
Yeah.
Who's to tell me no? But you're also the last person who should sign somebody.
Me, the person you hired to. Why don't you just do it? You know what the biggest waste of money is? My salary.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Well,
hey,
yeah.
You want to save some money? Fire me. Fire me and you fucking do it.
You're GM.
Frank? You're the GM. Oh, this is my money. Goddamn right. Fire me.